Hi, what's up, everybody? I'm here at Beach episode 2025, and right here, this guy with me, I don't think anybody has heard of this guy until this weekend, actually. And now he stands before us with a top 8 finish, and he's also donning Tsurugi's gold armor. How you doing, man?
I'm doing great. I feel so blessed to be here. I feel so blessed that so many top players were so nice. I got so much support when I was on stage. I got so much support in pools. This is probably one of the best moments of my life this weekend.
You got so much support because, for the people at home, you're like the goated unknown OD Tsurugi. But to us in the venue, you're the unknown OD Tsurugi, who's like the sweetest guy I've ever met.
Hey, wait a minute. Oh, shit.
All right, shout out to the therealtomclancy, bro.
Another Tsurugi player.
Another Tsurugi player right there.
I know. I definitely don't have the clout as most players do, but I was surprised some people knew my name. I've been trying to play a lot more. I locked in for a year really hard, trying to learn Tsurugi, and I came to my first major here, and I got top 8. I'm just so blown away. I feel like I won the whole tourney just by getting 8th place. I don't know.
Yeah, you beat a lot of really good players on your way. You beat Jushichi, who's obviously the longest tenured Akatsuki we have at this venue, and you beat Slush Rush, who's an up and comer like Hilda, who's been on the rise because they did really good at Slashback. But you beat them both. How do you feel?
I feel awesome. I really do feel awesome. I can't lie. I'm so in my head about it, but I've seen so many videos and Twitch streams and VODs about just just players playing at majors and tournaments, and for the longest time, because I was in college and I think I was good enough. I never went to these events, but I went, and it felt so surreal being on the same stage as people I watched so many times. It feels like a dream come true with how well everything went for me at this event.
Yeah, it's so sick. And earlier you mentioned that you spent a year grinding Tsurugi, and I think you said you started in college?
Yeah. Well, how I started's really funny. I actually started back in high school. I played cross tag battle, and I did not know what Under Night was. I looked it up. The first video I watched was the character select theme, and I listened to that. I'm this is the greatest thing I've ever heard in my life. I have to play this game. I was a senior in high school. I only had a Switch. Dude, when UNI2's got leaked for Switch, I was probably the most hypest person on the planet. I was there day one on UNI2's launch. I bought it. I played with my friends, and I played UNI2 on Switch so much. I have so many hours on Switch. Most of them were just me waiting to run into people because it was crazy dead. But playing UNI2 was my first fighting game, traditional. I played Smash, but UNI2 taught me so much, quarter circles. I didn't know what fighting game notation was. I bought a USB to LAN cable adapter just to plug into my dock so I would be wired. And I was still playing 12, 11 frame delay games on UNI2. But I would be waiting so long. I would do other things while I was waiting to match with people on UNI2 Switch. I had the second highest rip in the world and probably the highest rip in the planet. In America. I had the highest rip in America. And eventually I got a PlayStation. I started grinding out on UNI2, and the PSN community is awesome. There's such nice people. The PSN chat's great. I started playing really hard, and at BU there was this local, and they had Boston Balance Patch. It was ran by Mr. B, a weekly. Yeah. I always go, and I would get washed, and I kept on getting washed. I fought 2GIG. I lost 20-0 against 2GIG. I was buns, but I kept on trying. Around Izuki patch, I picked up Tsurugi and just grinded it out. I remember I remember the first day at Balance Patch. I won the weekly. Mr. B gave me the whole pot because he's that much of an amazing guy. And then the rest is history. I made it here. I got to play with people who I watched for so long. It was awesome. I just yapped. This is an interview.
Yeah, this is an interview, but like, bro, just keep going at it, bro. Like you were forged in the fires of flames through Switch, through PS4, through Boston Bluebeat, like, and you have to fight like the best player, like some of the best Northeast players in the world, like 2Gig. I know like Foxlove and Red Blade there sometimes, and now like they helped you train for this event. So when you looked at this bracket before this weekend, what were your expectations?
I was shitting bricks, bro. I never went to a major tourney. I was afraid I was gonna drown in pools, man. That's the only thing I didn't want. Like, please just don't go 0-2. And I played, and then in my last match in pools, I fought Yoshichi, phenomenal Akatsuki player. I tried my best. I J2 seed. I tried to guard point. I force functioned, and I was playing. I looked behind me. 20 top players were behind me, man. And when I won, I popped off way harder than I should. Yeah.
Yeah, I'll probably include it in the intro, but yeah, you like you popped up so hard, and like during that, like I actually did an impromptu interview. This is the second interview we've done today, or sorry, this weekend. But when you popped off, you credited all the players at your local. So how do you think they helped you like improve in your journey with Tsurugi?
By kicking my ass, bro. By like being like run up assault, or like overheading me all the time, or just getting me stuck in the corner, or lowering me the second I put up force function. They just kept on beating me, but they would always be open to friendlies. Even after bracket, they would be cool to play. I've played 2Gig and Mr. B for hours, and there was plenty other people on my locals. Ryder, Gaku, Elemental was there once, Sunshine, so many players there are just so friendly and willing to teach people the game. Like, I remember one time I fought a player called Elemental, and he was legitimately teaching me how frame data worked. Because at that point, I was still only a Switch player. I literally had to buy a PS4 controller to like start playing on PS4, because I would play just with Joy-Cons back in UNI2's days.
Oh, so you started going to Balance Patch when like you only played on Switch? Wow.
Yep.
So it's been like a couple of years for you at playing at Balance Patch then.
Yeah, I guess I just never bothered to go out, but I did. Thanks to people saying you're pretty good. I was like, maybe I could try. And after some clutch wins, close calls, and a lot of guard points, I made top 8.
All right, so I just want to reverse a little bit. You said you started in UNI2's, and during the Izuki patch, you made the switch to Tsurugi. Who did you play beforehand, and why Tsurugi?
I played Merc. I played Merc simply because he was cool design. Like, he's wacky, waveable, and flying tube man. That guy. I just played him because I thought it was neat. That's all. And then I was trash. I knew one combo. I like didn't even properly know worm setups. But eventually I decided to play Tsurugi because I thought, even though he has no drip, I like him. I think force function is a funny move. Like, it's cool and validating every mid and high in the game. Like, I'll eat a low like every other second, but like guard points are funny.
Yeah, sometimes you just like, you get the guard point on the mid and you're just like, yes, man.
Oh my God, it's the best feeling. Armor is the best feeling ever. That's why I played this guy, and I liked him so much that I made the cosplay.
Yeah, you like him so much that like, you know, you guard pounding people are all with that, with your cosplay, bro. Look at that.
Oh man.
But yeah. So will we see you at any other future events after Beach episode?
I just graduated college,
nice.
So
congratulations.
Thank you. I'm more free. I gotta save up bread to make it to Climax. Really want to go to Climax. I watched that last year at my dorm. It was awesome. I'll definitely even be more stacked than here, but it'd be so cool to just go and have an experience like this again.
Hopefully we can get the funds to raise to get you out of there.
Oh.
Yeah. So one more thing I'll ask, like, you have anything you want to share? Any final words?
I like this game so much because I didn't get to play it much on Switch. Half my hours are just waiting online. So even if I win or lose, it's just so much fun. This game's fun. Everyone I've ever fought and everyone who's ever given me the work, you're awesome. Everyone who I hopefully fight in the future, you're awesome. Twang, you were awesome in our match, man.
Yeah. For the people who don't know, this is like we are recording this like minutes after top 8. And before, like an hour ago, we actually played, and it was like such a sick match.
Like an hour ago, man, I was out here hugging Slush Rush Sweep with both arms, celebrating top 8.
Yeah, I was hugging you after our match, man.
Yeah, it was such a good sport. The crowd gave me a standing ovation. I just can't with this community, man. It's beyond my wildest dreams. I felt like I've been living a dream this weekend.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, thank you so much for being on here, agreeing to this, because I literally asked him like 5 minutes during, like, after Defi versus BB ended, if he wanted to do this. So yeah.
I had to, man. It's Twang.
Yeah, I had to let the people know, like, goddamn, I've only known this guy for like 2 days, and he's the GOAT, man. He's the Tsurugi GOAT. But yeah, one more thing. Hey, Mr. B, you got any final words to say to the video? Hype up your guy, man.
I have no voice.
Actually, this is coming out a little bit better than I thought, but the best thing I can say, I'll take a seat, thank you, is that everything that you saw this weekend, from the way Pierre plays, the way that he acts, the way that he treats everybody, is the exact, like, that is the authentic experience. What I wanted out of this tournament, forget my own run and everything else, was to see the people that play the weeklies that I run, like, perform and have their moment in the spotlight. So obviously Pierre was the big breakout star, making top 8, making all the upsets. But I mean, even some of the lesser known players, Avery Chu made top 24, and then obviously everybody knows 2GIG, right? But just seeing even some of the lesser known players like get 20, Sunshine got 25th. So it's really been nice seeing everybody else. And then, of course, you all saw what happened when Pierre played. So please watch those VODs and understand what I mean. This character is very stupid, and if you use your brain even a little, his options are really dumb, and this is the only person on the planet who knows how to use them. So I'm very curious to see what the next generation of Tsurugi players are going to look like, because we have, on average, more than half of our bracket Tsurugi at any given local or monthly. So come to Boston if you want to lose to this character. Thank you, Twang.
All right,
This guy's going to make top 8 soon. Watch, I believe in him.